one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First off, do we have any petitions or public comments or community events anyone would like to mention that is not already on the agenda? Yes.
Hi, I'm Owen, and I started a club called the Changemakers. Me and my club wanted to start a reuse center in the Rosendale transfer station. The reason we wanted to start this club was to change things. Renee will take care of it and help us run it. We think everything should be free. We think the shed should accept toys, books, tools, and sporting goods. Thank you for listening. Any questions?
Sure, I have a question. You said Renee would help you, so you've spoken with Renee?
Mm-hmm.
And she thinks it's a great idea?
Yep.
And she's already got the little facility, that area that you can use, right?
Mm-hmm. We just haven't put the
Because
shed.
she's kind of done that a little bit, but you guys want to expand it, right? And then make it,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And how are you gonna be, are you guys gonna be up there, spending time up there at all?
Yeah.
Or are you just gonna try to coordinate people bringing stuff there?
Well, we're gonna get it started. We need to make the shed. But yeah, we're gonna go there and check it out.
Do you have somebody to help build the shed? or something?
Yeah, the club will help.
Okay, so do you have other members?
Well, anyone who wants to really help could.
Okay. Well,
If somebody was interested in helping, how do they get in contact with you?
Well, you could probably just talk to Renee.
Okay.
Who's at the Rosendale dump.
Okay.
Transfer station.
Okay, well, we appreciate it. Anybody else have any questions?
Well, I'd just like to say, Allison had contacted me about this idea a while ago, and I put her in contact directly with Renee. I love the idea. I know you two have been talking about the details, but it is something, a reuse center is something that's been talked about for a while now, I guess. And I know Renee is very supportive of the idea, and I think it's a great idea. So thank you for your initiative. It's really great to have it come from kids in our community.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
will you guys do us a favor? When you get it up and running, will you come back here in a few months and let us know how it's going?
Sure.
Yeah? Great. Good luck.
And maybe you can leave us your name and phone number before you leave.
Okay.
I have a question, Ellen.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering who's gonna donate things. Will it just be people coming to the transfer station, or will you get the word out somehow that we need?
Well, this tape is basically people who come to it and see that it's there. We'll try to get the word out.
Okay. Like the Airport Road transfer station. Okay, cool.
Thank you.
If I can add one thing that I'm not sure was clear. We are looking for donations of building materials and volunteers to help get the shed up and running. knows anybody, we'll make it known how to contact us, and we welcome all donations. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I add something to the event?
Sure.
On March 3rd, the Walker Valley Rail Trail Association is having its trail.
March
long-
3rd?
Not, I'm sorry, May 3rd, excuse me. May 3rd, they're having their work day and cleanup volunteer day for the whole 24-mile length of the trail. The details of which you can get on their website at www.wvrta.org.
Okay, thank you.
There's, really quickly, there's Earth Day to May Day, 10-day event that we're doing mostly at the Creative Co-op, which is behind the Big Cheese, but in other places as well, including the food pantry. And this is to support local food and do sprouts and shoots and yogurt making and bread baking, and see also with schools if cafeterias are interested in local foods from gardening. So it's ending with a big community garden potluck.
And it's all free, right?
And it's all free. So you'll see signs up April 22nd, which is Earth Day, to May Day, May 1st. And it's part of a global initiative to be locally supporting your businesses and agriculture. Thank you.
I just wanted to note, is this on? On April 19th, I think it's a Saturday, right? There is Repair Café in Rosendale, and it's in a variety of different businesses in Rosendale. I had mentioned the Repair Café at last month's meeting. You can bring a broken and beloved item, and there are volunteer, very handy people that can fix it. They can't fix everything, but they can fix a lot of things, and you can learn how to fix them yourself as well. And I think it's in a number of different places. Amy, do you?
Yeah, if you have a lamp, you go to the Rosendale Café. If you have the jewelry, you go to Trance and Dance. If you have a stuffed animal, you go to the new Boom Baby Boutique. If you have electronics, you go to Creative Co-op, and Justin Peony will fix them if you can. For garden tools, you'd be in front of the Creative Co-op with Wolf Bravo, and for wooden things in Red-winged Blackbird, and probably some other things too. Thank you.
Just one more announcement. The town has a grant from Assemblyman Cahill for tree plantings, and I'm going to be coordinating that in May. It's a volunteer effort, so if anyone is interested in being in a tree planting brigade, to just talk to me after the meeting, or else help spread the word would be great too, and you can call Town Hall.
Where are you planting trees?
Different places in town, in Main Street, the Main Street area.
Okay.
We're working on it.
Yeah,
We have to get like DOT approval on some things.
Yeah.
Just make sure, yeah.
Yeah, there's no finalized plan yet, but the earlier we can get volunteers, the better.
And we probably should coordinate with our highway super too.
Is that going to be coordinated with cleanup day? The Clean Sweep?
Oh, yeah, that's amazing.
It's usually about 2 weeks before the parade.
Yeah.
Women's Club usually gets set up so Juanita or somebody.
I think Jen was planning on talking to Debbie, checking.
I did talk to the Women's Club about the triangle. They're going to talk about it their next meeting.
Okay, good. All right, anybody else? You guys have a chance to review the minutes?
Yes, I have one change that I'd like in the March 12th minutes. Page 1, during my committee report, I'm alleged to have said that the Environmental Commission will be focusing on town street projects.
I wondered what that was.
Yeah, I think improvement projects is really what they're looking at. Improving efficiency and other ways to save money.
I have a couple.
No, improvement, it was about the,
It was the
it was
green
about the,
purchase.
was the green purchase, or was it the review of some of the town buildings?
Both the energy audit and the green
Energy
procurement.
audit, yeah. I don't remember. It was the energy audit, I think is what
Yeah.
it was about. You had something?
Yeah, on the March 5th minutes, on the second page, under number 5, the incentive that NYSERDA is offering, I wish it was $25,000, but it's actually $2,500. Take a zero off. And
That's a big,
just-
that's
yeah,
a big
difference. And just for clarity, in the last sentence, it also slows down the expansion in New York State, instead of which, it should say, and a unified permit may help a lot in local and state.
Wait. It also slows down the expansion in New York State.
Right,
And what do
and
you want to say?
instead of the word which,
Yeah,
replace that with, and a unified permit may help in local and state goals.
so you're telling me that she got that mistake, she mistaken which with that?
No. I don't know what, it also slows down expansion in New York. The sentence doesn't, it makes it sound like the permit is going to,
Okay.
do you see what I'm saying? It's, yeah. It also slows down the expansion in New York State, and a unified permit may help a lot in local and state goals.
Okay. Is that it?
Yeah.
All right, so I make a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second.
March.
Roll vote, Councilman Hassett,
Yes.
Councilwoman Metzger,
Yes.
Councilman Sofsky,
Yes.
Supervisor Walsh,
Yes.
Sure. The assessor's report for this month, $5 received. The Justice Court report, Justice Vosper's court has closed 75 cases this month and taken in $10,027 in fines and fees. Justice Pape's court has closed 86 cases this month and taken in $11,330. I was just told that the upcoming chamber speed networking event was canceled. I'm not aware of another event yet.
The rec commission meeting minutes, as well as the economic development minutes, are on file with the town clerk. Quick update on the New York Rising project. I think our work sessions are through, and we're just awaiting right now the final word from the state as to which of our projects will be funded. And as soon as we get that word, we'll get them out to you. With regard to the financials, the Recreation Department took in $3,252.13 for the month of March. The Building Department issued 2 building permits, one for fuel, 8 COs, 1 electrical upgrade, and 2 miscellaneous actions for a total of $780 taken in for the month. And the town clerk took in $3,063.75 for the month. That's it.
Okay, the financial reports first. Dog control took in $65.50 from a redemption and a dog license. Planning board applications took in $100 this month, and the transfer station took in $1,558 for 6 and the planning board has had a light agenda, like as of late, but it took up the farmer's market site plan. That maybe it was the site plan for up on at Ferries on Route 32, but now they're looking into the Willow Kiln location.
Yeah, I'm sure that at this point, they probably want to put it on hold. They have to come and talk to us last week. So
Yeah,
see what happens.
and that's bad.
Actually, Greg,
I'm sorry, we're having a little public hearing meeting back here. Sorry.
yeah, one more thing from
Of course.
the Environmental Commission. Actually, this was under dates to remember, but it was also something the Environmental Commission had brought up. Saturday, April 19th, from 8 till 2 is a household hazardous waste and pharmaceutical waste collection event at the Ulster County Resource Recovery Agency, 999 Flatbush Road East. You can learn more about the event at their website, ucrra.org.
Okay, in the general account, $1,489,766.11. In highway, $1,034,358.05. In capital highway, $31,337.04. In capital, $75,454.58. In rec sub, $24,583.01. In capital rec, $791.40. In light, $23,295.49.
I want to apologize for being late.
Happy birthday, Bob.
Thanks. I got this pneumonia shot, and they said there's nothing that will bother you. So at 6 o'clock, I said, I'm just going to lay down for a little while. And my wife left to go to Kingston to the hospital to visit a relative. I woke up, and the clock said 7:36, and I scared it because they said, no, it's not right. So I apologize.
It's all right, we'll forgive you. I was thinking too, so.
I will,
Liaisons.
yes. Just
Ken,
and then I
well,
will.
I'm ready to move on to the
Okay.
agenda if you want to hold off.
No, we're good. Okay, first off with the Youth Commission. As you all know, Kathy has retired as the Youth Commissioner, and Eric is temporarily been appointed provisionally until he takes the test and passes it. We had our first meeting. Great news once again with the St. Pauli's Clothing Locker, $105.21 for the month Year-to-date, we're at 5/20/42. That thing is just absolutely incredible. And the Bloomington Church had a flea market this past weekend, and he had a ton of clothes that they didn't get rid of, and they turned it over to us, so I'm sure next month is going, or this month is going to be very, very well too. Attendance for March is 285. Attendance for March of last year was 220, so we were up 65. So that's a very good sign. Water and sewer, I don't have the numbers for the water and sewer. Had a meeting. As you all know, we had mailed out the survey for the grants. I thank everybody for participating in that. And I guess I'll go out a little bit on a limb and I'll say I think we're going to make it and get the approval for the grant. And I underline, it appears so, but we haven't given the complete green light.
Yeah, can I just butt in?
Sure.
I'll just say that we did make the quota. We got the required number of survey applications returned. And I did get a email back from the grant administrator that they were satisfied with the survey. So that was good news.
So once again, I want to thank everybody who participated in that because that made the difference right there.
And I want to give credit to the water, especially Terry Johnson and Teresa, who worked extra hours and put the time in. General, so everybody,
Yes.
pulled together and reached out to the people they knew and made sure that the surveys got filled out, and that made a big difference.
Councilwoman Mesker went up to the senior center and shook the tree up there. If they didn't answer the door and they were behind it, she kicked the door in and said, "This is what you're going to do." So I thank you very much for that.
They were all very cooperative.
So with the water and sewer, water total for the month was $5,615.23. Sewer total was $984.67. Grand total of $6,599.90. ZBA meeting, nothing on the agenda, nothing to report, and that covers it.
Okay, thank you. So, first on the agenda, I have the very great pleasure to introduce two gentlemen who have gone above and beyond in the support of our campaign to bring funds to our pool. As everybody knows, we've been on a grant writing and fundraising campaign, and Tara Safier and Brian Cafferty listed the town hall for us. And the funds that we sold the building for $201,000, and the funds went into the pool fund. And they're here because, should I let you say why you're here? Or? They're here because they're going to donate to our pool fund the money that they would have normally gotten for a commission for the sale to the pool fund, and we're very thankful for that. It's over $6,000, and it's basically coming out of their pockets. So we thank you very, very much. This is a wonderful thing that you're doing for our community, and it just shows the character that you have, both of you, that you put our community first, and we really appreciate it.
Did you want to come out and get the chair?
Yes, I do. I definitely do.
Come on, Harris. This is the one you can cash.
You can try to bring that one into the back.
Oh, let me just see this. This is so cool.
Good, one more, and one more. Got him.
Yes, it is. Thank you so much.
Well, we really thank
Thank
the
you.
town of Rosendale for a lot of years of working with us, and it was our pleasure to be able to do that.
Well, this is definitely
Important for people to have a place to do this during the summertime, and Brian was very strong with me about it, and it was a delight.
Yes, and we really appreciate it, and we expect you at the grand opening.
We'll be there. I keep reading about the grants that you're getting.
And
That's
we'll be
fantastic.
definitely putting a brick in your name.
Just, could you tell us where we're at?
Yes, we are, with this, I want to say, I won't say exactly, we also raised another $2,000 this past weekend from the Elderly Brothers fundraiser.
Right, I heard about
And
that.
so now we're approximately, since I don't have my calculator in front of me, but it's approximately $1,070,000. And that's pretty close.
Very close.
It's the fun part about being a supervisor.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks so much.
Very
You
well.
can't say it enough. That's
Thank
great.
Yeah. You know, when we first talked about having to do this pool, we were concerned that to go out to a bond, that the people would just not be favorable to it for a whole lot of different reasons. You know, that we have people in our town that are struggling just to pay their taxes and get by day. So we started the grassroots effort, and it's paying off. It's definitely paid off. You know, through the little fundraisers that raised $50 and $60 to the event that we had this past weekend that raised a couple $1,000 to, you know, our business people in town that recognize, you know, the value of the pool and what it means to our community. And you know, you guys are stand up for doing what you're doing, and, you know, you've been in this community and working with us for as long as I can remember, you know, just doing.
37 years.
And this is called giving back. This is called giving back, so, you know, I think we need to remember that moving forward, so thank you so very much.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Beltane is next on the agenda. As the board remembers, last week we discussed that there was definitely, you can come on up if you guys want to. You know, it was really important to make some improvements, and we had some concerns. I've spoken to Robin. Is this Cynthia?
Yes.
And then Cynthia on the phone about some of our concerns and what we felt needed to be improved. I gave you the last email, and I feel like we're close to that checklist. This is, 2 more versions have come through since last Wednesday, so it's been improved a few times. And they have met with Rob Fisher yesterday, right? And they're planning, Thursday, I'm sorry.
Today.
Oh, today it was. Oh, see, was it today? See, the days are going by so fast. And you feel like you have an idea of where to
Yes.
go with security. And I've talked to Chief Soul, and he will follow up when he's back in town. And I think you guys may have some questions just because of, but I did review it today to see if things are on the checklist that, you know, we had gone through. Just for you guys, this is the code if anybody's interested on the board that wants to look at it. And this was the first checklist I sent to them, and that had gotten improved, and now I feel like they've covered pretty much the things that could be covered on paper. And now we need to address several things still, the security, the Tilson Fire Department's review. Dave Massini would have to be there on site, right, to give you your burn permit.
Yes.
And any health department approval that might be necessary. So I'm going to give the board a chance to ask any questions they might have. And I do want to hear a little bit about what you plan on doing for security, unless you still feel like you need to wait to talk to Carrie before you're going to know how you're going to address security.
Well, we spoke with Rob Fisher earlier today, so we have an idea where we want to go. We're strengthening our security and preventing issues from years past. We want to make Beltane as safe and family-friendly as possible. We are increasing our security. We'll potentially have 10 certified New York State security personnel and 4 EMTs on site throughout the day.
Okay.
And a first aid tent.
And I saw the improvements in the mapping too. You guys have any questions? I know you haven't had a chance to really read it over. I only got it this afternoon.
I've just got a chance to skim it, but I do feel that, you know, that's a good number of security personnel we have on site, and the first aid and, you know, medical emergency forbid, nothing will, we hope nothing will happen, but you definitely seem like, you'll be prepared in the event that something goes out.
So I'm going to make a recommendation. Oh, you wanted, I'm sorry, Ken.
Well, I just want to say that, the plan that we have before us this week is I think, much better and more concise than what we looked at last week. The concerns that we had with regard to alcohol use and all that, the potential dangers you've identified in your site plan. So I think it's a good plan moving forward with regard to that area. The only concern that I had is with regard to your parking. And last week, you mentioned the Tilson School and also this parking lot here. And
I'm sorry, but that was just a mistake. We were just, in the application, I had just written a thanks to the Rosendale Recreation Center. We were saying that we were not going to be using them, so I just
right.
took
But
it
in this week's, the Tilson School isn't there either, so it's all going to be on-site parking?
That's what we planned, but we did have word from the owners that we may be able to use the Tilson School for parking if necessary, but if not, we can accommodate parking on site.
And did you have something added on the neighbor's property or something on there?
A traffic control
Okay,
center will be, we'll use the Eklunds.
okay.
Have you added another parking field?
Yes, that's on the map, it's
So one more
The
lot
end
on
is
site.
the parking lot.
Yeah, I saw that.
So you feel that will be adequate now
Yes.
with the new parking?
And we're trying to, we don't expect, it doubles our parking, and we expect fewer than 700 people for Beltane.
Okay.
We're trying to, we've been trying to encourage people, for one thing, to carpool, or come on the bicycle.
You're on the rail trail.
Use the rail trail, and that's okay because we will be watching it, but we're also very, very concerned that we have managed with Beltane to keep our trash at Beltane, and we have a good cleanup team, and because of what happened in the Forest Fest, we've made that even stronger, so we'll have a lot of
I know we did have
information
neighbors.
out there saying,
Yeah, I remember Robin and I had talked after the Forest Fest, and there had been a problem with people dumping garbage on the neighbor's property, so that was a concern.
We have a cleanup plan for the day after Beltane. They're
And it looks like
volunteers.
you've eliminated the camping?
Yes, camping is
Yeah.
prohibited this year.
Okay, because I know originally that was part of the plan. I don't know, I'm not a security expert, but maybe that might help to control some of the drug abuse too.
We believe it'll be safer.
If some of the participants from last year or years past show up with camping equipment, will they be turned away, or
They will,
will it be a blind eye in what we don't know,
guests are asked to leave, the gates close at 10 o'clock. We're gonna start to clear out people at 9 PM.
And again, getting back to the parking, I know in years past, there's been an issue with parking up and down the roads.
And that's gonna be strictly prohibited this year by our traffic
Yeah.
control team.
Only because, it gets to the point where they start getting towed, and then, your participants come out, their car's gone, and they have to go through this
Yeah.
whole thing to get it back, and it costs them money, so it's best to be preventative, even if it's your security or your staff out there, kind of. A couple of years I've been there, and they had parked up and down Springtown, and then River Road too, and especially, on your end of River Road, some of the neighbors have had issues with that previous, especially when they park on both sides of the road, and it becomes problematic to get a fire truck down there. So that's my biggest concern, with regard to that. I keep talking about parking, but
Yeah.
I think all these other things can be mitigated, and the Larsons have been in town for forever, and, trustworthy and all that. So if you say that this is what's going to happen, you recognize previous issues, and, you're building in fail-safes to make sure that it doesn't happen this time, that's great. But it's the parking issue that,
the parking issue is a big one. It's controlled because it's off our property, and it has been, we've had the help from the Police Benevolent Association, but even they have the limitations about what they can do out there. So we are right now exploring a number of different security groups. One was recommended by Billy Ligon, and we're getting other references. We're getting some references from our former, who may still be with us as a volunteer this year, security chief, but, so he'll be around to help.
And the road will be cleared by the traffic control team, and we'll have signs that
So
inform
we're
people.
planning to have more people out there to, we can do, as Cynthia said, just keep going around. We don't have the jurisdiction at the police to go
Right,
around and
yeah.
tell people, give people tickets, but we will tell them that they need to move their cars, or they will be ticketed or even towed. So
And we'll
I mean, if
call.
you can catch them before they park, that's the best thing. So
Yeah.
you
Well,
have
that's the best
You have
thing.
people out there that
Yeah.
say, they're wearing a little vest that says they're part of the, the
Yes.
traffic control, and they can say, well, that's not where we're allowed to park. They usually follow along.
And I did see that there's a gate, you have the troll gate,
Yeah.
that's
That's,
east of
yes.
the rail trail, so
Yes.
you have a pretty good view of that stretch of the road from there as well. You should be able to keep an eye on that.
We'll also have people, our volunteer security can go up and down the rail trail, and they always have, we watch that.
Okay.
That's
So I'm going to make a recommendation to the board that we make a conditional approval, since they still need some things to iron out. We could make an approval based on the police chief approving their security, Tilson Fire Department approving the site plan, and Health Department and Fire Marshal's approvals for whatever is required by them. So I'll make that motion if.
I'll second it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. You're welcome.
Roll vote, Councilman Hassett,
Yes.
Councilwoman Metzger,
Yes, and I wish you a great festival,
Thank you.
if it passes, sorry.
Councilman, great and safe.
Yes?
Councilman Ryan,
Yes.
Supervisor Walsh.
yes. All right.
So we have to hope for good weather, so the parking issue doesn't become pushy.
Happy spring.
That was super.
Congratulations, Kumar. Yes.
Oh, I do have one other announcement I forgot to mention earlier. I got a letter from the state, well, actually from Tech Land Surveying. They've been hired by the state for the DEC to resurvey the properties that are, that they have easements for. So if people see them around, every property owner should have got a letter, but I just thought it was important to let everyone know that anytime, they were supposed to start in November, but I've been told they've gotten a head start and they're already out there starting to work. So if you see surveyors out there, that's what they're there for. They could be on your property. If you have any questions, you might call the town hall, be happy to discuss it with you. But,
Do you know the purpose of the resurveying?
they're just reestablishing, there's probably, maybe it was done, 30 years ago or something like that. I think they're just flagging, marking, yeah, checking, make sure that things haven't been disturbed, that they're not, that kind of thing. So it's, I just wanted everybody to be aware, because they'll see them up and down the creek, and when they see it's, Peter Avenue up to the thruway along the creek, both sides, also Central Avenue by the power lines and behind the houses there. Okay? So we have a couple of nice, easy things to do. I'm missing the town clerk one. Well, I have that one.
I have two of those.
That's when I forgot my folder, putting things in it. That's what happened when Jill's not here, or when I can't dentist appointment today. Okay, so this is something that we did last year, so we're doing it again. It's identifying a week in our lives to try to stay away from the TV and computers and any kind of screen. I mean, I don't think it's that easy to do, but we can encourage our kids now that it's nice out to go out and play at least instead of sitting in front of the video games, right? So that's during May 5th through May 11th.
To encourage our adults to stay away from the
Yes,
screens
but
as well.
I know that I have no choice because I have to work in front of one. But, so, help me out here, Mandy. What's the number here, 5? Oh, this is one, proclamation, we don't do, we just made number one. Okay, never mind. Proclamation to encourage citizens of Rosendale to participate in Screen-Free Week. Whereas the average American child watches more than 1,250 hours of television annually while spending only 900 hours in school. And whereas spending too much time with screens, TVs, computers, video games, tablets, and cell phones means they are not doing other things that are better for their health and education. This screen time has a negative impact on health by leading to childhood obesity, sleep disturbances, and attention span issues, and a negative effect on children's social and emotional development, such as increased hyperactivity, emotional problems, interpersonal problems with peers, and that the cumulative effect of such screen time means children are spending less time in creative play and activities that support the foundation of learning, creativity, problem solving, and conflict resolution that are critical for school success. And whereas participating in Screen-Free Week is an important opportunity for our town to promote health, education for local families, and revitalization of our community. Whereas participants in Screen-Free Week engage in a broad range of screen-free activities that foster increased social, physical, academic, and creative development. And whereas the American Medical Association, American Academy of Pediatrics, National Education Association, and President's Council on Physical Fitness and Sports, the U.S. Surgeon General, and 31 state governors support Screen-Free Weeks. And whereas individuals and organizations in our community are joining people across the globe in observation of Screen-Free Week. And whereas this year marks the 20th anniversary of Screen-Free Week, and to date millions have participated and benefited from their own involvement. And whereas the Town of Rosendale Youth Program regularly participates in Screen-Free Week and has requested the support of the town board to encourage others to do so. Now therefore be it resolved, proclaimed, that the Town of Rosendale hereby recognizes the week of May 5th through May 11th, 2014 as Screen-Free Week, and encourages our citizens to turn off their televisions and engage in healthy activities with their families, friends, and neighbors.
I'd like to say,
This is actually number 2 because the National Library Week was number 1.
That was a resolution.
Oh, because I have that as a proclamation.
The library, was it a proclamation?
Double check.
We'll call that proclamation
That
one.
was a proclamation
Okay.
too.
That's fine.
Okay, I just want to make sure before I...
We were full of them, this one.
Roll vote, Councilman Hassett.
Yes.
Councilwoman Metzger.
yes.
Councilman Kraslovsky.
Yes.
Councilman Ryan.
Yes.
Supervisor Walsh.
Yes. See, my name's not on here. Oh, there it is. I have to sign it.
I just want to mention, my wonderful wife, who's a great cook, baked cupcakes. So if anybody's got a sweet tooth, feel free to go over and grab one, because I definitely don't need it.
I'm gonna tell you gave away your cupcake. Okay, proclamation number 3. To encourage the citizens of Rosendale to participate in National Volunteer. So I just have to say a little bit about the volunteers and how much of our town depends on volunteers. I mean, look at all our commissions, our boards, all the committees that we put together. Volunteers are very important, and we really thank them for all the time they put in. Even the events that happen in our town, like the street festival and the pickle festival, you have many people pull it together just from volunteering, and it's about community. So all these fundraisers we've done for the pool, those are volunteers, and so let's give a recognition to those volunteers, and let me go along with this proclamation. Whereas volunteering of one's times and resources is an essential part of our country's tradition and is essential to its spirit. And whereas National Volunteer Week is about inspiring, recognizing, and encouraging people to seek out imaginative ways to engage in their communities and demonstrating to the nation that by working together in unison, we have the fortitude to meet our challenges and accomplish our goals. And where is it about taking action, encouraging individuals and the respective communities to be at the center of social change, discovering and actively demonstrating their collective power to foster positive transformation. And whereas volunteerism is increasingly recognized as a central partner with government, education, industry, in doing the work of our nation. Now therefore, I wish to honor and thank the dedicated citizens of the town of Rosendale who give so freely of their valuable time, energy, and abilities by proclaiming the week of April 6th through 12th, 2014 to officially designate it as National Volunteer Week in Rosendale. In doing so, I call on all citizens to help to renew and sustain the spirit and vitality of this great nation by committing a portion of their time in addressing the needs of our community through voluntary action.
I'll second that.
Roll call, Councilman Hassett,
Yes.
Councilwoman Metzger,
Yes.
Councilman Kozlowski,
Yes.
Councilman Ryan,
Yes.
Supervisor Walsh.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd just like to add to the supervisor's comments. I volunteer some comments. No, that really our town government wouldn't be able to do half of what it does without, without volunteers, and that Rosendale is truly blessed with a wealth of really incredibly dedicated and active volunteers, and we thank you all for all your help.
Okay. And this resolution then is which number 5 then, right? 4. I think you told me 5.
It was 5.
Oh, because the other one's prior. Just trying to confuse me. So last week we talked about supporting the Ulster County town clerks and tax receivers resolution that they passed in March. And I think it's very important that we do support this resolution and have a resolution of our own, because as anyone working in the town hall knows, that we have not been getting our mail. Our mail disappears. We have mail that's taking sometimes 30 days to get where it has to go. Bills aren't getting paid on time. We're getting extra fees because of it, and it's definitely a problem. I'm sure that people in the private sector are seeing it too. So we're going to make a complaint. So this is a resolution to support the Ulster County town clerks and tax receivers in their resolution concerning poor postal service. Whereas the town of Rosendale has had recent problems with the U.S. Postal Service having extensive delays in delivery and loss of mail. And whereas the Ulster County Town Clerks and Tax Receivers Association passed a resolution to outline the difficulty of local government to do their job effectively with these delays in the U.S. Postal Service. And whereas the town of Rosendale would like to support the Ulster County Town Clerks and Tax Receivers Resolution. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board of the town of Rosendale supports the town clerks and tax receivers resolution of March 20, 2014 to request the county, state, and federal officials to take the necessary steps to rectify this problem and to improve the mail delivery system.
I'll second.
Roll vote, Councilman Hassett,
Yes.
Councilwoman Metzger,
Yes.
Councilman Kozlowski,
Yes.
Councilman Ryan,
Yes.
Supervisor Walsh.
Yes.
Do keep in mind though, Nancy at the Tilson Post Office and the one down here is Kathy, I think. They do a wonderful job. This problem I think we're having, and I've spoke to them, is because of the structure and routing that the high-ups have changed. Something about, I mean, even if you send a letter to Walkill, it has to go to Albany first and then come down. So I just wanted to
Yeah, it's not the
make that-
local, it's not the local post office, is what's happened is it used to, everything used to go to Newburgh, I believe, or Poughkeepsie, was it? And Newburgh, was it?
Oh, I thought it was Poughkeepsie for a while.
It was,
Yeah, too
yeah.
far
but it was
back.
Newburgh.
Anyway,
Now it's
it was a more local, central place, and now they're going to Albany, and we saw an immediate change as soon as everything started going to Albany. And so, we have mail, sometimes 10 pieces of mail, or people are calling us, where's the payment? And we miss
We
it.
have a whole mailing, a
Whole mailing from a whole day, one day.
So how often do you say check in the mail?
Yeah, I mean, they're basically is lost, it's not
Right.
just mail's late.
What happens is it gets lost, or if the machines can't read them and they go to Georgia, then they're all opened and they have to figure out where everything goes.
Yeah.
So and they said because the switch happened around the holiday season, it made things kind of annoying. So they're still backed up from the holiday.
And a lot of the local mail used to just go right to the local post office. Now, you're sending it all to Albany, it makes no sense. So, it's definitely a problem.
Can I ask a question? Because I've been wondering, is this problem related to taking the money, the post office's funds for other procedures and things?
We don't know, that's internal, I don't know the answer to that question. All I do know is that we saw a big change when they changed their structure of how they route the mail. And, it's gotten to the point where I send everything I have to send now, if it's any kind of, I'm sending everything's return receipt, because I don't know, and I email the digital, things that have to be sent that have to be a copy that somebody sees a signature on. I'm sending it return receipt, because I don't know if it's gonna go missing, so.
Everyone's
It's a problem. It's costing more money to do that, too,
Yeah, the Central Hudson bill and the cable bill always manages to fly away to our house. I never know.
The day before it was mailed.
Yeah.
From Canada.
Okay. So that's it for me. I'd like to go. And, make a motion to pay the bills. Thank you all for coming.
Do you need bills? You don't do bills?
Oh, we don't need bills?
No, you do.
They come lost in the mail.
There's the big, there's one, but
Oh, I second that, the motion.
Nothing will survive.